guys, it's Coach Rebecca. Welcome back. It's week 2 of our Happy Fall Y'all Cooking Club. And today, our first recipe for the week is a Tex Mex Mac and Cheese. You could call it a taco mac and cheese, you choose, but either way, it's mac and cheese with a little bit of zest and zing. And we've got a special veggie twist, of course. Now you guys can absolutely make this Tex Mex mac and cheese with traditional pasta or whole wheat pasta. But here at the Weston's house, you guys know my drill, and that is anytime I can pack something with veggie punch, that is what I'm gonna do. So instead of using zucchini noodles, or the miracle noodles that I used last week in a couple of the recipes, today we're using my favorite spaghetti squash, you guys. I love spaghetti squash. It definitely has a very different texture than traditional spaghetti. Yes, I know, but again, it's a nice variety to be able to use something like spaghetti squash versus zucchini noodles or even whole wheat pasta. And again, we get a ton of veggie flavor and punch when we use something like this. So I am gonna use our steamer, you guys. You guys saw me use it last week. I'm using it again. I am going to prep our spaghetti squash right away by sticking it in the microwave for about 5 minutes, you guys. We're just gonna cut it in half. I'll show you that right now. And with my knife, I'm cutting it in half. So I'm taking it and cutting it in half, and I'm gonna get all of that inside that's starting to grow on me, getting all those seeds out, all right? So I do that ahead of time before I even cook it up. Trust me, it's just easier. Now, you guys can do this in the microwave. You can do it in the oven as well. No matter which way you choose, I encourage getting those seeds out ahead of time just by cutting that spaghetti squash in half, getting those seeds out, and then all you need to do, take it, put it back in your steamer or on your baking sheet, depending upon what you guys choose to do. I'm gonna put just a teeny little bit of water in the base of my steamer. I'm gonna take that top, pop it on, and head over to my microwave and set it for about 5 to 8 minutes so that we've got that spaghetti squash easily able to fork out and ready to go into the rest of our recipe. I'll be right back in a TV timeout. Step number 2, while that is cooking up, normally I would be putting on my stovetop some ground beef or ground turkey, and then I'd be adding in some taco seasoning to add that taco spice to our meat that we're gonna add into our spaghetti squash, macaroni and cheese. But since I've got leftovers, and you know me, mom hack, if I can have a leftover and I can turn it from one meal into 2, I am all about it. So we made sweet potato loaded chili cheese fries on Friday. And I've got a little bit of that chili left over. So instead of making up another pound of that turkey taco meat, I'm gonna use my chili instead as my adding for my mac and cheese here. Now, as you guys can see, and take a look back if you haven't watched it already, make sure to go back to Friday. This cha-cha chili mix is so simple and easy, and yes, you heard it. You know what I do. It also has a veggie loaded packed punch to it because I ground down some broccoli. So not only are we gonna get the veggie from our spaghetti squash tonight, we're gonna throw in some corn. We've got some protein in here from our cha-cha chili that we have left over. But that's also got broccoli in it, which was so yummy, and nobody knew it was even in there, you guys. And then we've got some black beans in here, some onions, and tomatoes. So again, the 3/4 of this Tex Mex mac and cheese is veggie loaded. Then we got about 1/4, just under that, of protein coming from that ground turkey that I used on Friday. And then we also have some healthy, fibrous carbohydrates in here from the black beans that of course have both protein and healthy carbohydrates in them. So I cannot wait. So that spaghetti squash is still cooking up. What you're gonna need for the mac and cheese is our little mac and cheese powdered blend here. Now this here, you guys, again, super simple, easy, less than 5 minutes to prepare. In fact, we're gonna use the same container that we're cooking that spaghetti squash in to mix the rest of these ingredients. And then all we're gonna need to do is throw it in the oven on about 350 for maybe 20 minutes to get all of everything mixed together and all of those flavors working within the mac and cheese. So this mac and cheese blend is, just so you guys know, because you know my rules, I need to know every ingredient that is going into the recipes I'm feeding my family. And this is natural, my friends, and so yummy and delicious. So you've got cheddar cheese in here, you've got pasteurized milk, you do have some cheese cultures in here, salt, some enzymes, you've got some buttermilk in here, you've got mustard flour. There is a little bit of whey in here, you guys. So if you're an individual that does not have or doesn't do well from a digestive system standpoint when you use whey, you'll probably want to steer clear of this. There's not a ton, you guys. It's one of the last ingredients, but there is whey in here, all right? This does contain milk, but it is gluten-free, all right? So you're gonna need this, and then you're gonna need 1/3 cup of either unsweetened almond milk, regular milk, or if you really want that thick, rich taste, and especially for my friends that are keto here and you want to up that fat ante, you could use a heavy whipping cream here. So again, I prefer to go with unsweetened. It keeps that carb count low. It keeps the sugar count low when I go with an unsweetened almond milk versus skim milk tends to have a lot of sugar added to it, you guys. So if I can keep that sugar out, I'm gonna do it. All right, I'm gonna go check on our spaghetti squash. I think it's probably almost ready, and then we're gonna put it all together. Our spaghetti squash is ready. Less than 8 minutes actually, guys, just so you know. And again, that steamer came in so handy, but you can also put this into your stovetop on a baking sheet. Keep those faces of those spaghetti squashes face down when you do that. You're gonna probably need to have them in there for at least 25 to 30 minutes though. So again, that steamer, so perfect, saves so much time, and these are totally ready to go. I'm gonna just get that out of here, that little teeny little drip of water that I put in there, because we're gonna cook everything right in the steamer, because not only can you use this awesome steamer in the microwave, you can use it in the oven as well, you guys. So we cook that up. You can see it steaming. It's probably actually blocking me a little bit. These are so hot, you guys. So you probably are gonna need a little oven mitt for one of your hands. And all I'm doing, as you can see, is scraping the spaghetti squash from the inside of that shell. Woo-wee! It is hot, y'all. All right, I'm scraping that from in here. And again, it's falling apart because it literally cooked up so well in here, you guys. Sorry about that. Holy moly. All right, I don't know about you. Do you guys eat spaghetti squash? Do you like spaghetti squash? You guys, it's so quick and easy, and it is such a great noodle alternative. And I have found for cheesy dishes, you guys, I make a really good buffalo chicken spaghetti squash casserole, you guys, which is so yummy. I'll have to post that recipe here shortly, you guys, because I know you'll love that as well, especially if you are a person who likes buffalo chicken. It is like a buffalo chicken dip with basically loads of spaghetti squash inside of it. So it is so, so good. All right, they're cooling off a little bit, but still pretty hot here. Again, I'm just emptying that other half of that spaghetti squash down to its shell. I'm getting all of what we would call the veggie meat out of our spaghetti squash. And we're gonna put it right back into that steamer, because we're gonna use that steamer in the oven to bake this off the rest of the way once we add in our chili Tex Mex mix. So I'm gonna quick show you guys too. I think I'm sure everyone has used a spaghetti squash in the past, but just in case you have not, I wanna show you. You saw what this looked like before when I took the seeds out. Now I have all the seeds out, all of that inside veggie meat pulled out, and it is completely empty inside, and then boom, it's right here. All of that is in here in our steamer container that we are gonna use to cook up the rest of our meal for tonight. Now you've got that spaghetti squash in there. And I told you you're gonna be able to do all of this literally in, boom, one container. The only reason you would have used a separate pan is if you were cooking up that turkey taco meat or ground beef taco meat with our taco seasoning to add that Tex Mex piece to this mac and cheese. But we've got our spaghetti squash in here now. I'm gonna just take that mac and cheese blend that I've got here. Literally, I'm just sprinkling it in here on top of our spaghetti squash. I'm gonna take now my 1/3 cup of unsweetened almond milk right in there. And basically, I am just mixing it in with that spaghetti squash that is in the base of our container here. And so just like you would with mac and cheese, right? Except with that box mac and cheese, which has all sorts of additives and preservatives and yuckiness added to it, I'm doing the same thing. That easy, that quick, but instead of having all the junk and additives and preservatives, this, my friends, is all natural. It's cheese, milk, some cheese enzymes, a little bit of salt. We know that we want a little bit of that sodium, but not too much. No added sugars, no added junk in here. And you guys, you can kind of see it already, but basically, look at that. I just basically 1/3 cup of that almond milk. I've got that packet of my yummy, yummy Epicure mac and cheese. And I could actually eat this right now like this, but you know what we're doing? We're Tex-Mexing this mac and cheese up. We're not leaving it plain. I'm gonna take just a couple, so about just over 1 cup. You don't need a lot, you guys, but just about 1 cup of my cha-cha chili from Friday's leftovers. So we're taking that one meal and we're now using the leftovers to make a second meal. Or if you made up the turkey beef or turkey taco mix on your stovetop, then you would just put that 1 pound of turkey taco meat in, mix it all in with this delicious spaghetti squash mac and cheese. Now, because my cha-cha chili mix also already has tomatoes in it, it's already got all that seasoning in there. If you're just doing the turkey taco mix on your stovetop to add to this mac and cheese to give it that Tex-Mex blend, you can also put 1 cup of a spicy salsa in with this as well. That'll add that even more of that little Mexican kick in there. So again, if you're just doing the mac and cheese with the spaghetti squash or pasta noodles, 1 pound of ground beef with that taco seasoning mixed in, and then 1 cup of as pure or organic as possible, guys, no sugar added salsa. Put that in here and mix it up. But I kept it super simple today. I had my spaghetti squash, my leftover cha-cha chili, guys, my mac and cheese seasoning, my 1/3 cup of vanilla unsweetened almond milk, and boom, like that, I mixed it up in here. Now, you can eat it and just heat this back up in the microwave. So again, my family's gonna have the choice a little bit later. If they just wanna pop the top on, throw it in the microwave, heat it up for maybe another 5 minutes, it's ready to go. Or, because this container is so versatile, they could also throw it inside the oven at 350 for probably less than 10 minutes, and it's gonna be cooked all the way through. All of those flavors from that Tex-Mex mix and the mac and cheese are gonna be mixed in together and ready to go for a delicious dinner. And just so you guys know, I always promise you 30-minute dinners or less. This one right here can be done in probably 15 minutes or less if you do it from start to finish in the microwave and with that with that taco meat cooking while your spaghetti squash is in the microwave. It'll be under 15 minutes and you'll be ready to go. And I promise you guys, say goodbye to boring tacos. Why just eat tacos every week? Instead, take that taco, flip it upside down, throw it in your mac and cheese. You guys, I don't know about you, but my kids, mac and cheese and tacos, probably 2 meals that they would eat all the time if they could. We just mashed them up, put them together, and they are so yummy and delicious. All right, guys, this is my veggie-loaded Tex Mex Mac and Cheese with spaghetti squash. It is ready to go. They're gonna either throw it in the oven or throw it in the microwave, heat it through the rest of the way, and my family's got dinner because I'm not home tonight. I need to go to the gym and do a little workout and help out at the front desk. So I am out of here, you guys. As always, I hope you love this recipe. Comment below. Let me know if you've got any questions. Would you use zucchini noodles, spaghetti squash, or whole wheat noodles for this pasta mix? I want to hear from you guys. What are you going to go with for your pasta base for this Tex Mex Mac and Cheese? All right, guys, and as always, love ya. See you guys later.